Welcome back to another Backpage Gaming video. Today we are looking at Team of the Year, Kevin De Bruyne. We're having a wonder, is he still good enough to be part of your team in April? Robbie's going to be asking me some questions, figure out what the card's all about. Robbie, let's get into it, my friend.
Absolutely, Jack. It's an exciting one. Obviously, it's a little bit late since Team of the Year hype, but still, you know, he looks like a very usable card. I'm sure a lot of people, as they're building up their coin totals, they're looking towards this man for a Premier League box-to-box. I know he's one of the best, but Jack, well, how was he? How were your first impressions?
So, yeah, I think it's always interesting, you know, when you use a Team of the Year like, quite a bit later on from when they first came out. So, Cancelo, for me, still is the best Team of the Year in like terms of like value and accessibility and everything.
Yeah.
But I was pleasantly surprised by KDB because if you're a friend of the channel, you'll know that I actually got his 92 red. And I've had his normal and tradable. I hated his normal and his 91. Or 92, sorry.
Yeah.
Both of them were SBC'd. I just could not get on with them. Whereas this card, Robert, is a completely different beast. It's enough of a change. It might only be +4 in terms of overall, but he feels like a different player.
Yeah. Okay, that's exciting.
It is, because I found his normal quite clunky. I know you actually quite liked him, didn't you? But
I did, yeah. I used him for quite a while at the start.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. He just didn't seem to fit what I wanted him to do, and he made it feel difficult being in the midfield. I don't know whether, you know, he's only had +4 dribbling from his 92 and +8 pace, but he does feel completely different, lads, honestly. Things that I'll go into the things that I love about the card and then the things that I didn't like so much about him.
Okay.
If you need a shooter from outside the box, oh my god, call this guy Chris Kyle. He is an absolute sniper. With his shot, probably the best long shot I've used in the game, actually, Rob. To be honest.
Okay, really?
Yeah, it's a very welcome thing to have. You know, obviously for your centre mids, because they're not always going to be 2 centimeters away from the goal, are they? They're going to be taking some long shots for you. Oh, Robbie, he just pings them, bro. If you green time a finesse with him, that's it. That's it.
What was better, the long shot, like the shot, the swaz, or the finesse?
The finesse, definitely. Right, okay. For me, this year, I don't think he can score like absolute Swazteca 99 shot power long shots. I think you need to be at just the right angle and green time it with the finesse and just hope that the keeper doesn't get it. I know, you know, players like Messi and Griezmann, you always whip those, and he feels somewhat similar, but you know the fact he's right-footed, but he does have the 5-star weak foot, Rob, which adds a tremendous amount of value to this card. Yeah, he's really, really good. So much so that I think this guy's definitely shocking facts coming up, Rob. 96 rated player can play cam.
Yeah, surprising.
I could have happily played him at cam and not felt like I was wasting. Like,
not too slow.
No, he felt okay in terms of pace. I think the fact that he's got a bit of body to him. You know, he's got a bit of bulk.
Would he have the P? Would you say he's got the P?
No, I don't think. Not quite the big P. But he's not far away from it. Yeah. He's definitely got some strength to hold people off, and his passing is immaculate. So him being at centre mid was very nice for that, because you could just spray balls everywhere. I mean, you know, some people pay to have that done to them, but for me, it's just a freebie with this card. So he's just got a lot of things that you like to have in a midfielder.
What did you use him? Like a right centre mid in a 4-1-2?
I used him as a right. Yeah, that's exactly where I used him. I also played him in the central, or like in the centre mid, in a 4-4-2. Yeah. Tried him as a CDM as well in the 4-1-2-2 when I was bringing on like some more attacking players if I'd gone behind and I needed to get a goal, basically. So he'd be a bit more of a deep line playmaker. He can play that role, but I think you want him a little bit further up the pitch. You don't want him at CDM, in my opinion.
How was he on the ball? His dribbling stats are good, but I mean, 88 agility, 87 balance isn't like crazy good compared to what we have seen.
He wasn't crazy good, like you say. He felt adequate. Like, I think this is the thing that lets down the card, if anything, that he does have that. I think it is his body type. It's not his stats. It's the body type, because it's a unique one. So he doesn't feel. I'm not gonna say clunky, because he doesn't. He feels all right, but when you get used to players feeling really, really nice on the ball, it's hard to go to a player that doesn't feel like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So And then if they're not going to feel like that, they need to have something else. Like if he was rapid, I could forgive him for the maybe slightly lower dribbling techers, but he's not.
Anyone you can compare him to on the ball, like ability wise, like Fekir maybe, or
no, that's a disrespect to Fekir. I'd probably say like Winter Wildcard Milinkovic-Savic, like that type of. He's really good. He's got the ball, but he's got a bit of like chunk to him.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Which is not a bad thing. Like I say, it's a good and a bad thing. For me, I want to be getting forward with my centre mids, whereas if you're somebody that's a bit more naturally defensive, and you like that he's a bit chunky and he's got a bit of weight to him, you're into your big, beautiful white men. Sorry, I'm acting up. I'm getting nervous. I'm coughing. Bro, I'm getting choked up. He's going to be the man for you. Defensive-wise, he was all right.
I was going to say, his defensive stats are actually pretty... 83 interceptions is pretty good. 85 defensive awareness.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a bit tight. Like, he's a team of the year. He's 96, bro. Like, give him...
Yeah, I know what you mean. 80
I don't know.
Is a bit rough,
give him a little bit more, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but... comparatively, Rob, I know you obviously know that me and Kevin, we go way back. I've used...
season one.
Yes. My lord, that 90. If you guys are using him in FIFA 20, that 99 KDB was the best midfielder we've ever had in FIFA history. I think his card last year was better than this card, even though he had a little bit more dribbling in some areas. But I don't know. This card I find that he's really, really good, but he didn't excite me.
Yeah, I know when we reviewed him last year, obviously big friends of the channel will know. Like, he came into your team and he changed it for you. He got you experience in champs. He
transformed it.
Your midfield. Yeah, I mean, by the sounds of it, he hasn't done that. Do you think that's maybe a curse of using him late? Do you think
I think if I'd used this card about 3 months ago, I would have thought, holy shit, this guy is the bee's knees. But now we've got cards like Bellingham, Pedri. Recently we've had other big juice midfielders like who else? They're not coming to mind. There's new Awar.
God.
I can't think of anyone else. You've put me on the hot seat now. But there's been too many promos basically since Team of the Year that he doesn't feel all that great. Okay. I don't know. He's good. I'm not doing him, not to do him any disservice whatsoever. But I just expected a little bit more of him.
Yeah.
He's not that guy that'll get you an extra win, I don't think, to be honest. I think this year, to be honest, Rob, you're better off spending way more money on your attackers and your defenders.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this year you can kind of, weirdly enough, normally I'd advise the opposite, but there's not a loads of difference between some midfielders. Like this guy, say, I was using him with Winter Wildcard Awar, Rob.
Oh, right, okay.
And yes, there's obviously a difference, and KDB is obviously better, but not better enough to warrant spending 1.4 mil on him.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, this is the thing with De Bruyne. I think he's always been overpriced ever since he came out.
I think so, a little bit. Yeah, he's got the hype, hasn't he?
When you compare him to Jorginho, yes, Jorginho's not as hyped up, but he's only 780k on Xbox.
That is really cheap. Yeah.
KDB is double the price of him, and he's not double the player, which is always how I somewhat warrant some players like this. So I think if he was cheaper, maybe below $1 million, I could, I'd be a bit more hyped about him, but he's a little bit too expensive. So for that reason, Rob. Yeah.
So I suppose the question I'll ask you is Kevin De Bruyne good enough in April?
Yes, absolutely is. Maybe not if you're really used to like super agile players. Maybe look towards players that will lend to your style of play a bit better. Like Pedri is about the same price as him. Pedri is actually who I'm very interested in picking up. I wanted to try him loads when he came out, and I never got around to it. And now he's dropped back down quite a bit. Yeah. So yes, he's good enough, but temper your expectations. He's not the world beater. Yeah, definitely not. He's a very good player. I'd say he's part of the machine now.
Yeah.
He won't he won't ignite anything.
Okay, go on.
So for that reason, Rob, listen, this is the thing, lads. I'm trying to be very critical because he is expensive. I don't want you to waste your coins.
Yeah.
I've still given him a 9.5. There's a lot of good things about the card.
Yeah.
And he is still a 96 rated centre mid. It's just there's an area of expectation around Kevin De Bruyne for me personally, just
Definitely.
because of how much I loved him in previous years, and this year he's not quite there. I think a little bit quicker maybe. I did use an engine and a shadow on him. I ended up going with shadow simply because I felt like he needed the pace a little bit more than the dribbling.
Yeah.
If you're using him in cam position, maybe use engine. But value, I've given him a 6.
It's not surprising. I think a 1.4 mil player. It is a lot.
At the same time, I think if what you need to do if you're going to use this Kevin De Bruyne to get the best out of him, he needs to be going forward a lot. Like, I don't know what system you want to play. Maybe maybe even use him cam. I'm not sure, but he needs to be at the forefront of your attack all the time because he can make things happen. But for me, in the formations that are really meta at the minute, I don't feel like they get the best out of him, to be honest. I feel like 4-1-2, he's running up and down the pitch too much. I don't want him in defence as much, really. Yeah. It's nice that he can do it, but I want him up top. I want him, doing the business for me. Like I said, shadow or engine, depending on what type of role he's going to be doing for you in terms of
he's
style.
Very malleable, malleable.
He is. Yeah, you can get your hands all over him.
You can fold him like a pretzel.
Yeah, and honestly, you can do whatever you want to him. He's a virtual card. So, best links, Rob. Can you guess?
Cancelo, I'm guessing.
Yes. If I was to, did we review Cancelo? We must. Yeah, we did. Did him at striker. Yeah. Robbie, this card is the most 10 out of 10 still. He's so meta. Yeah. And granted, you've got to do a bit to get him into the midfield. But this guy's a better midfielder than De Bruyne. Yeah. He's probably I'm not going to say the best midfielder in the game, but he's definitely top 3.
It doesn't surprise me. His stats are crazy.
His stats are crazy. He's got the 4-star, 5-star. He's got a high medium. He's got a very nice body type, in my opinion. If you're looking for a centre mid, if you're looking for someone that can play centre mid and you just need a Prem player, and you've not got Cancelo already, go for Cancelo, not De Bruyne. You'll save about 700k and you'll get a better player. Headliner Carrasco was another player.
Yeah, I used him a little bit. He's all right.
There's so many goddamn Prem links. I didn't want to pick any of them. They're so boring. There's plenty of strong links because obviously City have got about 12 million special cards this year. And then the other link, Rob, a player that I feel like has gone under the radar somewhat, that not many people have used. I don't even think I've come up against him once.
Is he Belgian?
He is.
Hazard went to wild card?
No, he's recently had an upgrade. It's a road to the final. Yes. Yeah. I know he's he's 300k, but he looks sick. I don't think anyone when he came out, it was only about 80k. I don't think anyone thought they were going to do this well. No. And here we are with an 87 rated Dene who looks incredible. He's normally pretty good. So I'd love to try him out, to be honest. I'm surprised. You could have a look, Robin. Maybe 3 at the back or something.
I might do. Yeah, I mean, 89 pace, 89 defending, 89 physical looks insane.
He does. He's 6'4". Well. He's got the hair trait as well. Yeah, which is always a big thing.
He does look phenomenal. But yeah, if you want to see a Dene review, boys, let me know. Maybe I could get him in somehow. I mean, I've got Ramos, I've got Marquinhos. He'll find his way. He'll find his way.
But lads, that's about it. Yeah, De Bruyne, like I say, really, really good, but maybe not the saviour that you're looking for. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a sub down below. Hit the notification bell already if you've not. Drop a like as well. It means ever so much to us. Yes. But until next time, I've been Jack.
I've been Robbie.
And we'll be back, Page Game, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you later.